The recorded history of Turkey stretches back at least 40,000 years. This part of Turkey, known as Anatolia, is one of the first places on Earth where agriculture flourished, and as such, it is one of the cradles of human civilization. The Hittites in Anatolia were the first people to work with iron, introducing what would later be known as the Iron Age. Troy, with its 4,000 years of history, is one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. In 650 BC, the earliest known coins were minted in Ephesus, bean-shaped and struck on one side with a distinguished mark. Located within what was once the estuary of the river Kystros, Ephesus comprises successive Hellenistic and Roman settlements founded on new locations, which followed the coastline as it retreated westward. Deriving from springs in a cliff almost 200 meters high overlooking the plain, calcite-laden waters have created in Pamukkale an unreal landscape made up of mineral forests, petrified waterfalls and a series of terraced basins. At the end of the 2nd century BC, the dynasty of the Attalids, the kings of Pergamon, established the thermal spa of Hierapolis. The ruins of the baths, temples and other Greek monuments can be seen at the site. Founded by the mysterious Lycians, Patara became an important city in the Roman Empire. Its newly restored council chamber is fascinating to explore. During the excavations performed in Patara, ruins of a lighthouse that is almost 2,000 years old were found. By the 1st century BC, the Roman Empire had extended its rule to the eastern Mediterranean coast. Early Christians escaping Roman persecution nearly 2,000 years ago sheltered in the caves of Cappadocia in central Anatolia. In a spectacular landscape entirely sculpted by erosion, the Göreme Valley and its surroundings contain rock-hewn sanctuaries that provide unique evidence of Byzantine art in the post-iconoclastic period. Mark Antony gave Cleopatra part of Anatolian southern shore as a wedding gift. In 337, Constantine's new Christian city on the site of Byzantium was inaugurated as Constantinople. In 537, the great domed church of Hagia Sophia, built on the orders of Justinian, was completed after only 5 years of construction. The 7th century also saw the rise of a new force which would eventually wrest Anatolia from the Byzantine Empire, making it instead the heart of a Turkish homeland. In 1099, Konya in central Anatolia became the capital of the Seljuk Turks. Seljuks created a unique artistic world with cultural links reaching out from the Anatolian heartland to Central Asia, the Middle East and the shores of the Mediterranean. Konya is also known as the city of Rumi, one of the great spiritual masters and poetical geniuses of mankind. The caravanserais, which developed in Asia as a new type of architectural structure with social function, was adopted by the Anatolian Turkish architecture. Osman Bey inherited the leadership of the tribal group, later known by a version of his name as the Ottoman Turks. The city of Bursa and the nearby village of Cumalıkızık in the southern Marmara region illustrated the creation of an urban and rural system establishing the Ottoman Empire in the early 14th century. In 1453, Constantinople falls to a 21-year-old Turkish conqueror, and the name of Constantinople changes to its present-day Istanbul. In 1557, Sinan completed his masterpiece, Süleymaniye, the Mosque of Süleyman in Istanbul. The building is breathtaking in its size and pleasing in simplicity. The Selimiye Mosque is an Ottoman imperial mosque which is located in the city of Edirne. Considered by Sinan to be his ultimate masterpiece, it is one of the highest achievements of Islamic architecture. Throughout history, many civilizations have been born, flourished and prospered in Turkey. Over the course of time, different societies have caused their lifestyles, traditions and tastes to be reflected in the places where they lived, resulting in the development of an extremely rich architectural heritage. This rich heritage has been supported by the geographical location of Turkey and by its own inherent diversity and exquisite natural assets. It has also been the foundation of a rich history, dating from the present day back to when mankind was first forming civilizations.